TIFU by telling my best friend I love her when I thought I was going to die. Please forgive my spelling mistakes because I'm in the hospital and writing this on mobile out of boredom of there being not much to do here. So, last week I was driving casually on the country road close to my house on holiday back home for the summer after my second year of college. I wasn't paying too much attention. I assumed some responsibility and wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Yes, I'm an idiot, I know, lesson learned. Wear your seatbelts, kids. Anyway, it was just starting to rain, and I saw a kid about to geo into the road. For the life of me, I still don't know why he thought it would be a good idea to go onto a quite highly trafficked country road so casually, but life is full of surprises. I was caught completely off guard and swerved into the opposing lane to avoid him and promptly got hit head on by the car coming towards me. Now, I was going quite fast and, as I said, did not have a seatbelt on. Next thing I knew, I was out of my car and couldn't feel anything anymore. No pain, no panic, nothing. I just saw blood and felt the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever had in my life. I just laid there, not knowing what to do. I heard voices come towards me, but didn't really know what they were saying and couldn't really respond. I thought I was going to die. There was a lot of blood. You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes when you're about to die? Well, that didn't quite happen, but I did start thinking about who I care about and who I love. Here's where I tell you about my best friend. A girl I've been in love with for around 2 years. I never let her know and never intended to. She is in a happy relationship she's had since her teens and I didn't want to ruin it, and if she's happy I'm happy. There's no point meddling in things bigger than you, and some things aren't meant to be. But I thought I was literally dying, and all I could think about was her in those moments. The pain was starting to kick in, but I was just thinking about how she'd never know how much I loved her. I realized my phone was still in my pocket, and with all the force I could muster I took it out. It was intact, and it felt like it took ages, but the only message I could send was an I love you to her. I thought that would be the last message I'd ever send. I don't remember much after that. Days have been a blur. I've had quite a few operations, achy due to trauma and a ruptured spleen. But my legs are starting to work again, and my face looks like I got in a fight with a lion, but it's slowly improving. All I do is sleep and appreciate the fact I'm alive. The other driver and the kid were okay BTW. Anyway, as you can see, I did indeed live and didn't die so far, but I can't undo that message I sent. I've been in a lot of pain this past week and haven't had the energy to confront the situation. I told her about the accident and what happened, and we talked briefly but mainly about my lovely hospital experience. Earlier today she sent me a message telling me we have to talk about that message. I haven't replied yet and I don't want to. I don't know what to do. So far I've been writing this TIFU as procrastination, and then after this, I plan on taking a long nap. Thank you all for your attention. Nap time calls me. Update. So I spoke to her over the phone because we're college friends and she lives far away right now. I decided that the best thing I could do at this point was just tell her the truth. I didn't expect anything, and I didn't want anything to come out of it, but I just thought that to have a pure and true friendship everything needs to be out there or it just wouldn't be legitimate. I would love to tell you guys an amazing fairy tale story that would give you guys all hope for the future and whatnot, but I guess life is just different from movies. I told her how I felt in pretty much the same words as in this post. But I also added, and it's true, that I've gotten to know her boyfriend for the past few years and he's great. I don't want to hurt him or interfere as much as I want her happy. I think she understood where I came from and the circumstances in which those words were said. I hope nothing will change with her because I love spending time with her and neither of us can imagine life without each other anymore. We both admitted that. So I guess I just have to give you the boring response. But it's reality, so sorry if it sucks. I'm okay with though. I really didn't expect anything and still kind of think I was being selfish. We talked about a lot of other things like we normally do for a couple of hours after that, and she might be coming to visit me in the hospital this weekend. She said she'll try and make the trip, even though I told her not to because it's gonna be extremely expensive for her last minute. She was really flattered though, I think, and almost cried thinking she was the last thing I thought about when I thought I was going to die. Reddit comments. My dude, as someone who has been in love with a few close girlfriends who I was friends with and having had my entire life to reflect on my regrets for not acting on it at the right moment, let me just say, own it. It's true. Better to let it out, let her know, and move on with life. You'll never regret not knowing if anything could come of it, and this is a key, you may not realize it yet, but you've just freed yourself. No more pinning away in love in secret. It's out there. I think the secret held love tends to linger since, whether you admit it or not, you're holding out hope. Let it go, dude. You love her. She knows now. It's okay. Love is awesome and powerful, and it hurts sometimes too. It's not a bad thing. It's natural. It happens. And sometimes it's mutual. Sometimes it's not. And it's not mutual. Then that's fine. On to the next one. Think of this accident as a new beginning. Move on, dude. 2 years of loving someone unavailable has kept you from being receptive to the world, and in the world there truly are a lot of other available people who you may have already run into, but weren't receptive because of this. The world gave you a reset button here. Embrace it. Heal up. But I say, don't shy away from it. Once you're up to it, have the conversation and just say, yeah, it's true. And in the moment, when I thought I was going to die, I didn't want to die without you knowing. Now that it's out there, I suppose there is no going back, and that's okay. I'll be okay. Maybe it will be fine. Maybe it will be awkward afterwards, but that is life. You know what you will not be left with? Regret. Good luck. Why not just tell her the truth? That you literally thought you was at the pearly gates and wanted her to know, but you appreciate and respects in a relationship and you don't wish to ruin that. It's very romantic and sweet, so I doubt she would be mad about it. Why not just tell her the truth? That you literally thought you was at the pearly gates and wanted her to know, but you appreciate and respects in a relationship and you don't wish to ruin that. It's very romantic and sweet, so I doubt she would be mad about it. I mean, if Op only sent her that he loves her, he can easily salvage it by just saying that he was in an accident and he tried to message and thank everyone that was in his life by sending that he loves them. Rather be honest in this case, to be fair. If he is honest about it and also mentions he has no intentions of pursuing her and just wants it to stay a friendship, then it should all be fine. Salvaging it the way you proposed, I'd say, is not a very adult way of going about this. Just my 2 cents. I reckon honesty is the way forward, but you do you, man. She's friends with you for many reasons. Knowing you're the one thing on the mind of someone who thinks they're dying is quite something. Whatever happens, all the best and good luck. Glad you got through it. Also, loving someone in such a manner bears no obligation of returning that same love. If you can both be adults and accept that, you should be able to retain your friendship. That said, I think everyone here knows that things will likely be different from here on out. So it goes. Hijacking top comment to say, as long as you're both real friends and she has a good heart, you'll both be fine with yourselves. Even if the feeling isn't mutual, you can still both be friends. Just be honest. Tell her you know she's not available, but you thought your life was ending, and she was the person occupying your mind in that moment, and it seemed important then to say what you felt. You do love her, and because you love her, her being happy matters to you. You can let her know that you accept the situation as it is, don't expect anything, and she doesn't have to worry that you'll try anything or make the friendship weird. A good friendship can survive this sort of thing. This one is easy to save. Let her start talking. And if she wants to go into a talk about a relationship, then by all means go for it. Otherwise, just tell her you really thought you were going to die and you didn't really think about writing a paragraph in the moment, but the I love you text was meant to convey how much having her in your life means and you're happy she's got your back as a friend. Nothing conveyed your thought as quickly and throughly as I love you. Let her do the talking before you say anything. If she doesn't feel the same way, then you can just say that you do love her, but as a friend. Unless you do want her to know the truth, then F it. Let it all out. Good luck either way, and get well soon.